What is this filthy van?
Ah!
How do you even let it get this bad? Don't worry, baby. I've got you. Alright, guys. Today, I'm going to wash this van without soap in PowerWash Simulator 2. Challenge, water only. Can I even get it clean? Okay. And okay. First, I want to test what I can use and how everything works. Alright, I think I get how it all works now. Let's get to work. Hopefully you don't fall asleep watching me work. I tend to take my time. Turns out this wide nozzle is actually pretty useful. It works just as well as the narrow stream. I'm so glad I don't have to use only the thin jet. I'd be stuck with this van forever. Check out how the narrow stream works. It cleans the dirt really well, even from a distance. But if you move too far away, it stops working the way it should. Time to make this wheel shine. There we go. Beautiful. To keep things from getting boring, I'm gonna start telling some totally made-up stories. Back in 2002, when Elon Musk had just sold his first company, PayPal, and was dreaming about conquering space, his life wasn't exactly glamorous. He lived in a modest apartment in Los Angeles, but his mind was on fire with ideas. One evening, walking through the streets of California, Elon stumbled across an old, beat-up van, a classic Volkswagen Transporter from the 1960s, covered in dust and grime like it had just come back from Mars. It had a sign on it, "For sale, $500. Musk, always loving a challenge, thought, this would be the perfect mobile office for my crazy ideas. He bought it on the spot and named it the Martian. At first, it looked like a rusty wreck. The engine coughed like a lifelong smoker, the tires were bald, and the inside smelled like mold and forgotten pizza. But Elon saw potential. Over a weekend, he installed prototype solar panels on the roof, hooked up his laptop to a homemade generator, and even added a fold-out drafting table. While everyone thought he was sleeping at the SpaceX office, he was actually parking by the ocean at night, staring at the stars and planning the first Falcon rockets. Then one night, while sketching designs for a reusable rocket, the van suddenly came alive. Lights flickered on inside. A holographic display appeared on the dashboard. Hello, Elon. I am an autonomous AI from the future. Your van is a time machine disguised as an old VW. Turns out the previous owner, some eccentric 1950s scientist, had built a time engine powered by electricity from the solar panels. Elon thought he was hallucinating from lack of sleep, until the van jumped 5 minutes into the future. The headline he saw, "SpaceX successfully lands a rocket." That's when he knew. This was his chance to change the world. His first stop? 1903, Kitty Hawk. The van materialized in a muddy field where the Wright brothers were preparing their first flight. Elon stepped out, claiming to be a traveler from distant lands, and suggested improving propeller aerodynamics. Their flight lasted 20 seconds longer. Back in 2002, aviation history had shifted just slightly, and that inspired his future electric cars at Tesla Incorporated. Next jump, 1969, the moon. The van landed in a crater, covered in lunar dust. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin spotted a mysterious Earth van, and probably thought it was alien tech. Elon stepped out in a spacesuit made of foil and duct tape, and casually suggested reusable boosters. They laughed, but the idea stuck. Over time, the van collected dirt from every era, industrial soot from visiting Thomas Edison, lunar dust, even red Martian regolith from a future colony. He tried washing it with just water, no soap, for hours. The dirt wouldn't come off. Imagine if I could clean this thing in PowerWash Simulator, but in real life, he thought. Eventually, the time engine overheated after a jump to 1492. The van got stuck in the present, layered with centuries of dirt, medieval mud, factory soot, Moon dust, Martian sand. Elon transported it to Tesla's Gigafactory and upgraded it into a cyber van, armored, electric, solar-powered. But he left the dirt. It's a symbol of the journey, he said. Years later, in 2026, Elon sat in his office dreaming about Mars. Without the Martian, he thought, there would be no Tesla, no SpaceX, no Neuralink. The van now stands clean in a garage, finally washed with industrial-strength pressure washers. But Elon knows, if he presses the hidden button, the engine will hum again. And the next jump? Maybe it's into your reality, where you're washing a van without soap in a game and creating your own legend. Alright, that's enough story time. Let me know in the comments, should I keep telling made-up stories or nah? We've still got a lot of work left to do. Finally, it's done. Let's go. Oh yeah.